Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and today we're going to be revisiting the Acer Nitro 5. Keep watching to find out more. Okay, so today we're going to be revisiting the Acer Nitro 5. Now this is an AMD based laptop with a Ryzen APU and also a Radeon RX560X. Now this is a games orientated machine for those who are budget conscious. So what I've done is in the previous video I went through some of the specs and did an overall impression of it, and some of the people were kind of a bit miffed that I only showed Rocket League on it, which, yeah, in fairness, was probably a bad move. So in this video today we're going to be looking at a few other, some AAA titles, some slightly older titles and some classics. So this is going to give you some gameplay examples so you can kind of roughly get an idea of what you should expect should you buy one of these laptops. So let's get straight into it with Battlefield 5. Okay, so this is Battlefield 5 and I'll just go into the options and I'll show you the settings that I'm using. So in the video, obviously full screen, 1080p. We've got brightness at 50%, which is pretty irrelevant, but motion blur is at 50%. The chromatic aberration is on, film grain is on, vignette is on, lens distortion, etc. And if we go into the advanced settings, you can see at the moment the graphics quality is set to auto, maximum fidelity. So for me, this is a good trade-off between frames per second and also visual quality. Now obviously you can reduce this to low settings and get much better frames per second. But for me, Battlefield 5 is all about the looks. So it's nice to have that maximum quality with slightly lesser frame rate. Anyway, let's get into the game. As you can probably see, I'm not that good at this. And I guess I should probably hide. Or at least wait until my energy has gone back up a bit. What are we doing for ammo? Not great. That looks like we should probably blow that up. Oh dear. Okay, so that's probably woken up the neighbours. Alright, maybe we go around the other way. As you can see, the GPU is maxed out 100%, and we're still getting like 40 frames per second, pretty steady. Oh. Okay, so you get the general idea there. So there's Battlefield 5 running pretty nicely, 45 to 50 frames per second, a few little dips here and there, but totally playable and it looks amazing. So let's move on to the next game. Okay, so the next one is Far Cry New Dawn, which is a really popular title and also one of my personal favorites. So let's have a quick look in the options. And if we go into the graphical settings, so it's the RX560 and we're at 1080p. And if we go into advanced, we've got normal graphics all the way through. Anti-aliasing I've turned off, motion blur I've turned off because most people turn off motion blur, I think. And pretty much all the settings are as they are. The resolution scale I will put at 1:1. And so let's get into it. So here we are in the open world. Now, again, we're at a very similar situation. So we're on about these sort of 43, 44, 45 frames per second. Also, the GPU is pretty much pegged at 100%. And the CPU actually isn't doing too bad at all. But let's do some moving around. And it actually feels pretty fluid. Again, this is out in the open world. And it looks pretty nice. So a supply drop has been dropped somewhere. Where has that gone? You can probably hear the fans in the background ramping up. They do tend to ramp up quite a lot. Oh, damn, wild animals. You can probably see now this is like quite an open world, quite a big expanse, and still 40 frames per second. Which is more than what you'd get on a console, or at least most consoles. And we've got some nice reflections off the water. Again, still within that 40 frames per second mark. Obviously you can change the settings to get your frames per second up a little bit higher if you want.
We got into a big fight with Joseph's group before the bombs fell. I mean, he's still dangerous, but he's different now.
I'm a witch, and you can't kill me. Let me know if there's any socks without holes in them. Don't let the things get you down.
So there you go, there's Far Cry New Dawn running really happily, anywhere between lows of sort of upper 30s and maxing out around about the 50s. So again, excellent performance, especially for a new AAA title at 1080p. Okay, and this is a slightly older title, which actually is an Nvidia title, so it shouldn't really run very well on here. This is Dying Light. Now let's go into the options, and again for the video options, 1080p, all the games that we're going to be playing are going to be 1080p. We've got VSync turned off, texture quality is high, shadow map high, foliage quality high, view distance is sort of 75%, ambient occlusion is off, Nvidia depth of field and all the Nvidia stuff is off, anti-aliasing is off, film grain effect is off, the chromatic aberration is on, and that's pretty much it. So let's get into the game. Now, Dying Light was always a pretty well unoptimized title, even when it came out, and it probably hasn't fared very well, to be honest with you. This used to struggle even with things like a 780, GTX 780, that sort of thing, which was actually quite a monster card in its time. So here we are at the one of the bases, and we're looking at 60 frames per second on this title. I can remember the keys. So which one is jump? That one, okay. How do we change weapon? Yeah, that one. It's been a while. In actual fact, this game, although it is an older title, still actually looks very nice and actually still plays really well. I'm not very good at it, but it still plays very well. So again, one of these massive open world titles. Uh-oh. So this is real world gameplay, or at least as much as I would think it is anyway. Oh dear. Where's that coming from? So as you can see, pretty much getting 50, 60 frames per second, even getting up into the 70s in certain areas. And it still looks very nice, it plays very well, feels very smooth, which for an Nvidia title on a laptop graphics card is actually is pretty good. I'm dead. Okay, that's enough of that one. Okay, so there you go. There has been some AAA titles and some older AAA titles running on the Acer Nitro 5 laptop. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of it? I'm actually really impressed. It manages to play these games at high fidelity, but without breaking the bank. It looks nice, it plays nice, and it's really pretty inexpensive. So let me know what you think in the comments. Like I said, if you've got any other games you'd like to see tested on this laptop, then please do let me know. But in the meantime, I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and this has been the still pretty cool Acer Nitro 5. Thanks for watching.